Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I want to have a quick word about quiet quitting, a little update on it. So I know I've shared on my channel in the past about some disappointments I've had when I've gone above and beyond and given some favors to our clients or my colleagues. And I've discovered over the last couple of months, it's not the favors that bother me so much. After all, helping somebody does give me a warm, fuzzy feeling. I am still human. My big problems, I discovered I have two problems with the favors. One is when they don't reciprocate, right? So for example, I fill in for my colleagues when they have family matters. They don't seem to fill in for me just because I don't have family, right? Now, I gotta point out something. Some people say family is more important than anything else. Come back to me when you or one of your children or grandchildren has a estranged family matter. So for example, my parents and I don't get along because they want me to have children, get married. And you know what? On multiple occasions in my life, I have tried to do that. It doesn't fit my lifestyle. And unfortunately, my family doesn't understand that. Okay, so if you believe family is more important than anything else in the world, yes, I'm happy for you. But come back to me when somebody near and dear to you has family trouble like that, and they have found an escape in something else, right? Like a hobby or a sport. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So when number one is when the favors don't reciprocate, and number two is when people start to expect the favors as if they're the norm. It sets a precedence, and I actually ran into this problem earlier, or I came close to running into this problem this week. So I do tutoring. I have a client that I found over Craigslist, and at the very last minute, he wants to meet up today, and I really was available, and I actually did have some spare time today, and I would have loved to do it. There's just one problem. I didn't want to set up the precedence that he could just bark out a time anytime he wants to. I need to figure out how to go above and beyond, do a favor without setting a precedence. I suck at that. Right now, my rule of thumb is if I'm not willing to do a favor every time there's an ask, I'm not going to do it once, because I really suck at pulling it back. Anyway, so I need to, in the next chapter of my quiet quit, I want to learn how to get my favors reciprocated and how to avoid setting a precedence. Those are my next two goals of quiet quitting. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.